A Chase Funko Pop is a 1 in 6 rare Funko Pop, and I have pretty much every single Spider-Man Chase Funko Pop.
Anyone can wear the mask.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to show you every single Spider-Man and related Chase Funko Pop that I have in my collection. But before we get started, make sure to drop a comment and let me know, what is your favorite Chase Funko Pop, even if it's not Spider-Man related? So the first Chase from my collection is this Mech Strike Monster Hunter Spider-Man, a Walmart exclusive, and this is a glow-in-the-dark Chase. This is actually one of my favorite glow-in-the-dark Funko Pops, believe it or not. I really enjoy how many colors that this pop has that glow, from the red, the blue, the green, and even the white. I feel like with majority of other Chases, there's usually one color, maybe two colors that really do glow. Not to mention, with this pop in general, it is such a unique design in itself. I don't know a lot about the Mech Strike Monster Hunters, and I'm not sure if this is just a design that Funko did on their own, but I really like this pop holistically. Now, the second pop is another glow-in-the-dark Chase, and that is the Spider-Man from the Japanese TV series, which is a previews exclusive. Now, with most red glow-in-the-dark Funko Pops, it seems like the red is rarely ever a very, very bright glow, as you can see here on the screen. But nonetheless, I still enjoy this pop. Its regular version, similar to the first Funko Pop, is simply the exact same mold. It just doesn't glow. So the Chase feature is only the glow-in-the-dark portion that you saw. Now, the third Chase that I'm going to show actually isn't Spider-Man, but it's one of those variations from the Spider Society. You know how that goes in the Spider-Verse. It is going to be the Chase Spider-Girl. Now, I have the special edition sticker, but if I'm not mistaken, this was a pop-in-a-box exclusive. Pop-in-a-box was actually a mom-and-pop shop that had a contract where they sold Funko Pops and even had exclusives limited to their website. Last time I checked, they still are in business. They just don't have any more exclusive Funko Pops. So if you find this pop with the pop-in-a-box exclusive sticker or any other Funko Pops out there with the pop-in-a-box exclusive sticker, it is pretty rare. Now, this Chase Spider-Girl is in fact blue. Her outfit, her costume is blue versus the common pop, her outfit is red. So I do like how different this pop is visually than the common. Now, the fourth Chase Funko Pop is this Tom Holland Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home, a AAA anime exclusive. Now, I'm not really sure why AAA anime got this exclusive, because we all know this movie had nothing to do with anime. But I still like the design. I'm just not the biggest fan of the glow. I think it was a lazier glow Chase, especially because only the eyes glow in the dark and it's just a green glow. I think it would have been nice, yet intricate, if the gold webbing on Spider-Man did glow, even if it was just a white glow. But hear me out. A yellow glow as the webbing goes through the suit would have looked extremely nice here. Now, the common of this Funko Pop is just simply an unmasked version. So it is visually different, but also this one does have that glow feature. I just can't say I necessarily like the Chase more than the common in this rare instance. Now, the fifth Chase Funko Pop is this Poison Spider-Man, yet another glow-in-the-dark Chase, and this one is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Now, I'll say I love the glow on this Funko Pop. Yeah, it's pretty simple, being that it's just simply a white glow, but it's such a bright glow, and I think Funko really hit that. Plus, the mold is such a unique mold, and I think it was pretty cool that they made this version of Spider-Man into a Funko Pop. When it released, it was one of those pops I definitely didn't expect. But again, this Chase only has a glow feature. Therefore, the common looks exactly the same as the Chase. Now, the sixth Chase Funko Pop is this Miles Morales in his classic suit from the PlayStation video game. With the Chase, he is unmasked. Therefore, you can see Miles's complete face. Versus the common pop, he does have his mask on. Though technically, I would say it's kind of a lazy Chase choice, we can tell the difference when Funko really gets lazy just to put more of a glow feature on the exact same mold. But at least with this one, they gave him a visually different mold, being that he is unmasked versus masked in the common. Overall, I really do like this Chase Funko Pop. Like most Miles Morales Pops, I think they're simple, but very well done and very true to Miles, especially having that Venom strike on the other fist. Now, the 7th Pop is another Miles Morales Chase, and this time it is Miles Morales Gamer, a GameStop exclusive. Now, I thought that was brilliant of GameStop to have this as their exclusive. What other company that you can think of would be better to have a gamer version of any character? Similar to the last Miles Morales Pop, this Chase version is unmasked versus the common version. He just has his mask on. Ironically though, this is one of my favorite Miles Morales Funko Pops, being that I play a ton of video games myself, and here is Miles playing video games, and I feel like I can really relate to that. Now, our 8th Funko Pop is another Miles Morales, the last Miles Morales, but not the last Chase. Did you pick up on all of that? Anyways, it is the Miles Morales in his Iron Spider suit. I love the way that Miles Morales' Iron Spider suit looks. Now, I did mention earlier most of the chases look better than the common, but this chase is another just unmasked version of Miles Morales. Because I do like the suit so much, he looks a little bit better in my opinion with the mask on. I feel like it enhances that very Spider-Man look that he was going for and really just brings out the aesthetics of his suit. And now that I'm thinking about it, all 3 Miles Morales Chase Funko Pops were just an unmasked version of Miles Morales. Should Funko do something different with Miles Morales Chase Pops? Now, the 9th Chase Funko Pop gets a little bit further removed from the Spider-Men and the Spider-Women, and we get to see Green Goblin. This is a metallic version of Green Goblin, which was a Walgreens exclusive. Now, I'm not sure why Funko chose to make this chase metallic, but I will say that green and purple metallic paint look amazing on this pop, and I'm completely here for it. I do think that this metallic chase looks better than the common version, which is basically painted normally. Though this version of Green Goblin really has no metallic type of look to him in the comic books, and some may say this was unnecessary, this chase does look better than the common for sure. And earlier, I mentioned Pop in a Box, and for our 10th Chase Funko Pop, we do have another Pop in a Box exclusive, but this time I actually have the Pop in a Box sticker on the pop. This is the Winged Venom glow-in-the-dark chase. Now, I really love the way that this pop looks as it glows in the dark. However, you can't really tell that the wings are glowing based on this picture. As mentioned earlier, red typically does not have a very strong glow. But all in all, the mold looks absolutely amazing. It doesn't differ one bit visually from its common counterpart. The chase simply has this glow-in-the-dark feature. But I do think the glow enhances this chase, and it really does make Venom look a little bit more menacing. And actually, for our 11th pop, we have a back-to-back Pop in a Box exclusive chase. Again, with that Pop in a Box sticker. Now, this is Agent Anti-Venom, and I absolutely love this chase. The common version is the exact opposite colors, as the common is only Agent Venom. I think Funko nailed it with this Agent Anti-Venom, and anytime we can kind of get an Anti-Venom Funko Pop, I think they do an outstanding job compared to the normal kind of Venom counterparts. The all white on this suit with the black accents look fantastic, and I honestly don't have a single complaint about this Funko Pop. And for our 12th and final Chase Funko Pop, and I think maybe the most interesting out of all the ones I've shown so far, is in fact the Chase diecast Spider-Man Funko. Funko doesn't make a ton of diecast Funko Pops to begin with, and I think the diecast Pops get a lot of controversy the moment they are announced, especially because the Chase is basically an unpainted version of the common. But to me, I absolutely love this all silver look. It kind of reminds me of a trophy to some degree, and maybe that's not the best example, but it really does look amazing, especially when you add the clear box on top of it. It really enhances the way that this Funko Pop can be displayed. So those are all 12 of my Spider-Man and related Chase Funko Pops. The only Chase Spider-Man Funko Pop I'm missing is an old Gemini Collectibles exclusive, which happens to be a glow-in-the-dark Chase. And if I'm not mistaken, that pop is pretty expensive, which would explain why I don't have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and be sure to go follow me on TikTok. Until next time, I'm out of here, y'all.